Welcome to The Insider. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe, like, share, comment and click on the notification bell for awesome football news vibes. Last week, it was announced that Pele passed away aged 82. A statement from his family read, "Inspiration and love marked the journey of King Pele, who peacefully passed away today." When news of his passing broke, Neymar paid tribute to Pele on Instagram. He wrote, "Before Pele, 10 was just a number. I read this sentence somewhere, at some point in my life. But this beautiful sentence is incomplete. I would say that before Pele, football was just a sport. Pele changed everything. He turned football into art, into entertainment. He gave a voice to the poor, to blacks and above all he gave visibility to Brazil. Football in Brazil have raised their status thanks to the king. He is gone, but his magic will remain. Pele is eternal as Neymar is arguably the biggest star in Brazilian football right now. Many expected him to be present for Pele's funeral. However, Neymar has now faced criticism in his home country after he opted to stay in France to train with PSG instead of traveling to Brazil. Brasileiro Gente presenter José Luís de Tina blasted Neymar, he said. If Neymar wanted to be freed, he already came. Neymar could very well have pressured PSG to come here. He has pressed the club several times to come to parties, why not ask PSG to say goodbye to Pele? I think Neymar, as a Brazilian player, had an obligation to come and see Pele's coffin to say goodbye to him. It was important for Brazilian football. Neymar's father, Neymar Sr. said. Today is to support the family, we have lost a lot. He inspired so many people in the sport, he got us here today. He has inspired all generations, he has always been a reference. That's why my son asked me to be here instead. To support the family. We know what it is to lose someone, and we have not only lost an athlete, we have lost a citizen, the person Pele. No, Neymar is not going to come." Just as 2022 ended, the soccer world lost one of its greatest players of all time. The Brazilian soccer legend, Pele spent most of his career playing soccer in Brazil. From very early on, Pele became a fan favorite. Fans loved to watch the ease with which the Brazilian star would play the game. Pele made watching soccer easy on the eye with the immense number of skills he had. He was also known as Ore, which means the king of soccer. Last week, the soccer universe received the shocking news that the Brazilian soccer star was no more. However, few hours after the funeral, people realized that Neymar was nowhere to be seen. Since then, Neymar is receiving some serious criticism publicly for not showing up for Pele's funeral. Soccer fans and journalists are really disappointed with Neymar. Brasileiro Gente presenter, José Luís de Tina, publicly criticized the Brazilian star for such behavior. He said, "Neymar could very well have pressured PSG to come here. He has already pressed the club several times to come to parties, so why not ask PSG to say goodbye to Pele?" De Tina continued, "I think Neymar, as a Brazilian player, had an obligation to come and see Pele's coffin to say goodbye to him. It was important for Brazilian football." Moments later, Neymar's father addressed all the questions asked. He said, "This is a sad moment for the family and for all of us. He has inspired all generations, he has always been a reference." While Neymar Sr. tried to calm the fire, it was still quite unclear why his son hadn't shown up for the funeral. Neymar Sr. ended by saying, "We know what it's like to lose someone, and we haven't just lost an athlete, we've lost a citizen, the person Pele. No, Neymar is not coming." Soccer fans believe that Paris Saint-Germain has nothing to do with this situation. The simple reason was that Kylian Mbappé and Achraf Hakimi were allowed leave too for a few days after the World Cup ended. Hence, many soccer fans don't see a solid reason why Neymar failed to show up for the funeral. While creating a soccer legacy worldwide, Pele is also known for his contribution to soccer in America. Pele had initially retired from soccer but suddenly announced his comeback in 1975. Pele signed a very lucrative 3-year deal with New York Cosmos. The Brazilian legend scored 64 goals during his spell in America. New York Cosmos also won the NASL championship in Pele's final season. In those 3 years, the Brazilian changed the way Americans look at soccer. Pele created tons of new soccer fans who came to watch the games live. Pele became the major sports story when he played a soccer game in America. Fans used to fill up the stadiums to their capacity to watch the Brazilian soccer legend play. Thanks for watching this amazing